Yeah, everything is good, friends.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi, fine.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah, 1 minute. User authentication tokenizer. It's returning what? This is the implementation class. Come inside the controller. This is the principal. Go inside that implementation class. Abstract authentication tokenizer authentication. 1 minute. I want to show that implementation classes. This principal basic user principal, that is the auth to that one is not there. 1 minute. These classes for the okay, principal is given by this one only, right? But the thing is authentication. Okay, Spring Security Core abstract authentication token, right? Okay, good. This one is token. Granted authority. This one is not there. 1 minute. I want to show that implementation class of this one. Controls T. Username password authentication tokens only, right? But the yeah, security authentication, this one only, right? Yeah, this class only, this one only implementation class of that interface principal object. Okay, directly private principal is coming here, but the thing is it should user authentication token object is coming in the format of principal. Okay, principal. Open the declaration of superclass. Granted authority, get principal. Get principal is there. Okay, but how we are getting the principal? Yeah, see this. No, okay, so the get principal is there right here, object, but it's returning the object itself only. Means if it will go to super class, it's but the implementation class is this one only, right? But the here it is not extended and it one is not made. Okay, it's taking, I think, in the has a relation, right? It's taking as a has a relation with what is that in the object format directly that interface, because that's why here is this one is given what is that principle only, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
But the thing is get principal, right? Here we are getting the principal object, but it is returning in the object format. Get credential. Here get credential also there. Everything is matching, but previously anything, I think in the newer version, right? Some changes is came. See this implementation that 1 minute. link what is that? Spring Security core authentication implementation that designed for the simple presentation of username and password. Yeah, so here what is that code is, what is the principal code, and what is that credential should be that provided that respective property with object. In the principal object, this interface represent abstract notation of the principal which can be represented an entity such as invalidate a corporation login, right? Okay, but this one only the authentication tokenizer. Okay, little bit confusion is there. I'll clear this one, friends. Okay, I'll clear, but we are using that principal memory now. This one is clear. I want to show its implementation class, right? I want to show its implementation class. That's it. Not get name. Okay, you want to see the name of its implementation class? That's it. Just do what is that? 1 minute. It will show. Why it will not show? Sys out. Sys out. Okay, here what I'm doing now, just take what is that un dot get class. People know that, right? How we know that implementation?
Yes,
Get class dot get name, right?
get you.
Get name.
Yes,
That's
Ravi.
it. That's it. This one will give what is the implementation class of what? Principal, right? Now come here, come on the console.
And return on it a string.
Why are you accessing
Sorry.
that particular
Sorry.
that
I
method?
think you should send the string along so that we'll be able to trace it with it.
Oh, yeah, got it. Sorry. Got it. Your point. Actually, I don't know why my brain is not. Just what I'm going to do now. Let's clean the console, right? I'm just cleaning the console, and what I'm doing now here, just come on the browser, just refresh it. Just refresh one time. Okay. After refreshing that, come on the console. What is that? User password authentication token manager only implementation class is showing now, friends. Come on.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yes, Ravi. Yeah.
I cleared. I'm cleared, but the thing is that one only making the confusion. There is no extend keyword. There is a no implement keyword, right? That's why I confused. But the thing is internally container design is like that only, right? Container design is like that. That's why this is the implementation class. Who is the given this implementation class now, friends? Who is the given this implementation class now? Spring people, right? Come on. Spring people is given
Yes, Ravi.
that one. But what is that? But this interface is what is that principal interface? Who is given now? Java security. Java security means what? Sun Oracle people is given, right? Oracle people is given. See this here. What is that? Copyright. What is that? 1913. What is that? 1996, 2003. Oracle, and what is that? Affiliated, right? Oracle are it's affiliated, right? Come on.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Now we cleared, friends, right? We cleared now. So fine now, guys. Okay. So here what is that? Here what? String username, and here what we are doing now? But means what? If we want to, just what we need to do? We need what is that? To use session, right? In Spring Boot application, what is that? We just what we can use. We don't need to take what is that? We don't need to what? Invalidate the session. We don't need to create the session. Who is the creating by default this session? Spring framework, right? Or nothing but Spring container. Come on.
Yes.
So by default, what we are doing now? By default, this username is kept inside that what? kept inside that session as a, what is that, and we can say that session is what, secure memory object as what, principal na, principal is what, secure memory or not, come on.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
Ravi.
yeah, so by default username, by default username is kept, by default username is kept in the session as what is that, secure memory as what is that, as a object, that object is nothing but what is that, principal memory, principal interface, that is the interface, right, that is the interface. Now okay friends, so now by default what is that, by default what is that, our application is creating what, our application is creating what, session memory. 1 minute, one more, again I'm going to give what more clearation about clear, I'm going to clear more, right, again. Now what we are going to do now, just make this one as a downside, right? Yeah, so just assume that this is our application, right? This is our application. Whenever we are running the server, right, what will happen now, one session memory will create, one session memory will create, right, one session memory will create. So that is called what, http session in servlet. http servlet, right? But the thing is I want, right, I want to store something, right? And in spring boot, right, and in spring boot what is that, in spring boot that memory name is what, that memory name is what, principal,
Principal memory.
right, principal memory, right, principal memory. So I want to store something in the session, I want to store something in the session. Then how we can in advanced Java, what is
Principal
that,
memory.
session dot, what is that, add attribute is there, right?
Yes, Ravi. Yes.
Add attribute, inside that what we are doing now, we are storing the data in the key and value format now. Come on friends, come on,
Yes. Yes, Ravi.
key and what is that, value format, right, value format. Like this we are storing in the advanced Java, right, advanced Java. If I want to store data in the session memory, right, session memory. So now how we can store the data in the session memory, because this memory already given by spring people, right, spring people. But our responsibility to what, our responsibility to store what, store
Data
data,
in the memory.
right, data. Then how we can for that purpose, our spring people given what, our spring people given what, one annotation. What is the annotation name, session session attribute, session attribute. Inside that, right, this attribute is what, array type attribute. This type is what, array type attribute, right? So inside that we can any whatever data name we can give. Like if we are giving that, right, my data, right, if we are writing my data, right, then what will happen now, in the session memory, that what is that, that key, based on that key, what will happen now, we can store the data now. So my data, right, my data, right, my data. Okay, in the my data, what we will do it now, I want, what is that, I want to store the data, right, our responsibility to store the data. Then how we can store it now, So like this, what we can do it now, we can create this variable, means what, this key we can create inside that what, session memory. But the thing is, I want to store the data also na. Our responsibility is to what, store the data in the session
For the
memory.
data.
Yeah, in the session memory, right, in the session memory. Then what, how we can store that, how we can store that now, friends? Hmm? Anybody remember that? Come on, advanced Java.
Get session attribute by getting the.
Sorry.
First we get the session.
Hmm. Nothing. We will not do anything. Just in the model memory only we will store the data, right? Directly we can store it. Directly we can store it, right? So okay, now let's work on this one also, right? Let's work on this one also. So what I'm going to do now, let's take step one, right? I'm taking what, step one. Step one, what we will do it now, define attribute. Define attribute as a what, key, as a key on top of what, controller. Top of what, controller class, right? Top of what, controller class. And add what is that, at the rate session attribute. Session attribute with what is that, with possible keys, with possible keys to store in what is that, HTTP session. HTTP session, right? So let's now what we will do it now, I'm going to create, then come on the top of what, our controller class is there now. Our controller class is there. Now here what we will do it now, at the rate session attribute. Already session is there, just we are using that session. Okay, already session memory is there. That memory name is what, principal. Come on, friends.
Yes, Ravi.
Just
Yes.
what is our responsibility, to add the data. Our responsibility is to add the data inside that session. That one only we are doing, right? Just use it. Spring people is giving, just use it. I already given the session memory, right? But the thing is how you can use it, that things we know, we want to know that, right? So now here what, here we can give what is that, here we can store like what is that, whatever possibility, my login, and what is that, we can give what is that, user role also we can give. And what is that,
The spelling is mistake.
here this one will be not there inside that, right? So here what we will take it, my data, just dt, just my data I'm taking, right? Another one, what we can store now, user roles also, right? Whatever possible things is there, right? Whatever things you want to store in the session, everything, info data, right? Info data. But just I'm going to use only one, but the possibility is like that, we can create the attributes inside that our what, sessions, right? Inside that our sessions. But what I'm going to do now, just I'm taking what is that, only one data, right? So here what is that, my data only, right? I'm removing these things, my data only, right? I'm taking now. Okay, so stage 2, what we will do it now, stage 2 we will do now, sorry, step 2 I'm taking, step 2 I'm taking what is that, add what is that, add data to session. to session attribute, right? Attribute using what is that? Using model memory. Using what? Model memory. We can store the data using what is that? In the session attribute. What? In the session attribute, how we can store the data now? Using model memory, because we created the attribute. Right? 1 minute. Control Shift T. HTTP session interface. Just I'm opening, right? Now open this one, friends. Okay, now I want to create what is that? Get attribute, set attribute. I want to what is that? This is the like in how in the servlet, how we are creating the storing the data in the session. Set attribute, right? Come on.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And if we want to read that data, what is that? What will be there?
Get attribute.
Get attribute, right? Sorry, get attribute.
No,
Here get attribute, right?
Yes.
Same things. These things we are doing using what? These things we are doing using which annotation now? Session attribute. Session attribute, right? But the thing is, this is the key. But how we can store the data? The people know about that. How many scopes are there? Request scope, application
Yes, Ravi.
scope, response scope,
Request.
and what is that? Application scope, right?
Application scope. Yes.
5 scope we have.
Yeah. So
Four types of.
so in the request scope we can store the data, right? In the session management, if anybody know about what? Servlet.
Yes.
Ravi.
Yeah. So using that, what is that? Session attribute. What we are doing now in the session, we are storing the data. Now. Okay, good. So but the thing is, this one only, this is a one key, this one is a another key, this one is a another key, but just we are going to use what is that? Only one key only here. So now what I'm doing now, I want to store, right? Store data in this attribute, right? In this key I want to store the data. Means what? My data is there, I want to store some data. How we can store it? That is the question, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
How we can store it now? We can store that data using what is that? Model memory. Model attribute. Sorry,
Model memory.
model dot add attribute, right? Now here what is that? This my data must match with this key. This my data must match with what? This key. What is that? My data. Yeah, my data. And here what is that? Whatever value we can't, we want that value we can put, right? Just I'm giving what is that? Pushpend. This one we can read in our application anywhere. Once the session is created, we can read in our application anywhere, right? This data. Yes, so now what we will do it now? Let's implement second stage also in our application, right? In this one only, what we are going to do now? I'm going to, in this one, shall I implement? Okay, no, let's implement on what is that? MGR page, right? MGR manager page. Okay, so here what is that? I want to expose this session attribute data on what? On our pages, right? Our pages, anywhere in our page, anywhere we can read it, right? We can read anywhere. So what we will do it now? We will take this one as a what? Model memory, right? In the MGR, shall we take, or shall we take which one? Because we want to use this one in the multiple pages, right? Multiple pages I want to use it. Yeah, let's take in the home only, right? In the home only. So what I'm doing now, model memory. I'm taking what is that model, right? Model. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to,
Model dot at attribute.
yeah, so model dot add attribute, right? Add attribute. Inside that what we will do it now, first this key must match with what is that, our
Yes.
model memory attribute, right? Now after then what we will do it now, just here what is that, let's give what is that, anything. Let's take Pushpendra. Let's take Pushpendra, right? Pushpendra. Now fine friends, okay, fine. Now okay, now you want to read this data in the, we can read this data in the common page
Home page.
also, admin page also,
Home page.
manager page also, and a denied page also, right? Denied page also. Now how we can check it, let's do it, right? So after then what we need to read, we need to read. So request scope, because this data will enter in the sorry, this data we are storing in the session memory, right? Session memory using what is that, session attribute. Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Hmm?
Yes, Ravi.
Sunil, you are sleeping, huh? Please switch off your camera, Sunil. Yeah, now session attribute, in the session attribute, right? Session attribute, what is that, what we will do it now. Now go inside that what, home page. Go inside that, already theme leaf is there, right? Theme leaf is already there. So just I'm giving what is that, if a JSP page is there, friends, okay, if a JSP page is there, how we are reading the data, in case of what, JSP, right? In case of what, JSP, how we are reading that data, dollar symbol, using what is that, expression language. Come on, I'm talking about that what, expression language, right? Dollar symbol, and what we are, key we are reading, right? Key we are reading. Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
But here we are using what is the theme leaf, right? In case of what, in case of what, in case of theme leaf, right? In case of theme leaf, how we are reading now, we are taking that span, what is that, th dot text, right? Th dot text equal to dollar symbol,
My
and
data.
what is that, key will be there, right? Key will be there, like that only we are reading now. Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so here what I'm doing now, slash span. Okay, so like this. So these things only what I'm going to do now, I'm going to implement it now. Hey, 1 minute, my system is hanging. Now open this one, right? So here welcome to home page is there now. Welcome to home page. Here what I'm going to do now, let's take, break the line, right? BR, and here what we will do it now, let's take span here. What, how explain, I explain th colon text, equal to dollar symbol, and what is the key, what we took the key now in the controller, my data, this one only, right? My, let's take DATE, my data, right? Now come here and paste this key, same things, right? Same things. If you want to read in like another page also, what we need to do, like manager page is there, access denied page also there, right? Access denied page also I want to read that, the same thing. So what we will do it now, just copy this one, come inside that, just paste it, and again come here, copy the same line, paste it. How many page you want, those many pages you can use this key, right? Those many pages you can use it. Now what I'm going to do now, let's run our application, right? Let's run our application now. Run Spring Boot application, run. First, what we will do it now, let's make home request to home page. Home page, I'm making the request to home page. See, Pushpendra is coming on home page or not? Come on. People.
Yeah.
Another one, another on which page we implemented? Denied page, right? But the denied page will not come. We implemented in the wrong page, friends. Okay. In the denied page, no? Okay, no issue. Let's take on the admin page also, right? A home page we implemented. Come here. Admin page is there now. I'm taking the admin page. Okay, already it is there. Now just copy this code. Just copy this code and come on the admin page and just paste it here itself only. Now I'm pasting that one, right? Now refresh it, because this is the HTML page. It will be reflect now. Okay, fine. So home page is there, right? And admin page, whenever we will take as admin, then what is the, which page will come? Login page will come or not? Come on, friends.
Yes, login
Yeah.
page will come.
Now, why login page? Oh, already session is there. Already session
Yes,
is there.
session.
Already session is there, right? Admin page should not come. Admin page should not come. Okay. Now I'm stopping the application. I'm running again. Now right click, run Spring Boot application. Yeah. Now here what we will do it now. Yeah. Now what I'm taking now, home page, right? First let's take home page. Home page we are getting, and here what on the home page what we are getting now? Pushpendra we are getting or not? Come on, friends. Respond.
Yes,
Getting, right? Now okay, now again what admin page I'm going to take. Hey, why we are getting, you know, why we are getting? Because this login credential we took in that, right? That's why. Okay, if you we need, because already we kept in the session, right? That's why we are able to log in directly.
Log out and then try.
Yeah, we need to let's log out, right? Log out. Log out. Okay. Okay, so now sgmail.com, and what we are 1 2 3
1, 2,
4
3,
5.
4, 5.
Yeah. Welcome to common page. Now admin page I'm going to take, right? Admin page. But yeah, admin page I took. Welcome to admin page. But the thing is, why the Pushpendra is not coming on the admin page? It should come, right? Because we kept in the session memory. This is the admin page only, right? So correct.
That my date is a spelling, right? I mean, this is the same name. Is my date we are using the same thing?
Yeah, the
Spell.
same.
Session attribute given different one. Session
Okay.
attribute after @ controller. My DT is there.
My DT, 12th line.
Oh, correct, correct, correct. Good observation. Very nice, very nice. Good observation, right? Appreciated. Let's stop again. Right click, run Spring Boot application. Okay, so now come here, right? Now again, what I'm going to do now? Home. let's take a home page. Home page, Pushpendra we are getting, right? Now I'm taking admin. Admin page, right? Inside that what? S1 2 3 4 5. Now sign in. Okay, we are getting common page now. Now let's take admin page. Admin. Now see, on the admin page also we are able to read the Pushpendra or not? Come on.
Yes.
Yes.
Why we are able to read this name in on the admin page also? Because we store this
Because we put
attribute.
in a request.
No, not request scope. In the session memory, session memory is nothing but global memory. Global memory is nothing but one per object, right? In the total one per object this memory is creating, right? This memory is creating one per object, and we are storing that what is that Pushpend in the global memory. Global memory is nothing but like in the context memory. That's why we are
Yes,
we are able to read in the different pages, right? In the different pages. Got it?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes.
So even if you want, we can legacy, like how in the sorry, in the servlet, right? If in the how in the servlet we are reading, we are implementing the things, we can implement in the Spring Boot also. There is no problem in that. But why I'm not explaining that one now? It's supporting, right? Now that's supporting, but in the future I also don't know. Maybe they can remove it, right? They can remove it, right? So now even we can implement, we can even follow legacy style to store data in what? HTTP session. HTTP session, right? HTTP session. How we can store? How we can store now? How we can store now? Okay. Now in this time I'm taking in the common page only, right? Now how we can store? Where the common page now, friends? This one, right? So how we can now HTTP directly we can take what is that HTTP session interface. HTTP session interface and session, and here what is that? Model, right? Model we can take as what is that? Model. Now, oh, stop it. Now I'm stopping this one, right? So model we can take as what is that? Model. Now fine, friends, here what is that? Here how we can store that? How we can store the things, right? So just what I'm doing now, I'm commenting this one, right? I'm commenting this one. Okay, I commented that one. Now here what I'm going, this one also let's comment it, right? No need now. Okay, later we will enable. Now common page is there now. Where that common page? Okay, yeah, this one, right? So here what is that? How we can store session dot what is that? Add attribute. Session dot what is that? Set attribute was there, right? Set attribute, right? Set attribute on the page what we took, that my data na, my data, right? Because let's just change only one place. Why we will change multiple places na? My data, and inside that what I'm going, hello, welcome, right? Welcome to RK Technologies. RK Technologies, right? RK Technologies. Now let's run our application again, friends. Now run application, right? Run our application.